in car number 59. Advice won the sponsor. The driver is Ronnie Williams.
Mohawk Northeast brings us the number 82 from Plainville, Connecticut, Michael Christopher.
That will be car number 21 from West Islip, New York, in the Stafford chassis machine, Justin Bonsignor.
Hooker Construction, number 81 from Summers, Connecticut, Todd Owen.
In the 00, Mabrino Electric, the sponsor of Tommy Mabrino Jr.
Car number 28 from Tolland, Connecticut, it'll be Rich Heyman.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the flag stand. How about a big hand for our honorary starter tonight? He is a retired Air Force man out of Weston Air Force Base, Bruce Finley.
Green is out, and what a commanding start on Military Appreciation Night as they thunder into turn number 2. Sean Foster, the grenade, lights him up down the back straightaway.
Who can get a race started better than a military man? But Foster trying to start off with the first lap lead. Bogging down on the inside is Tyler Hines, and that enables Jeremy Sorrell to get into second place.
Woody Metcalf was quick in qualifying. He's up to the 4th spot as he works his magic on the inside lane. Here comes Galco, up and fast on the outside. Meanwhile, back to the front of the field, side-by-side racing for second on back. This is SK Racing at its best.
Avery trying to poke his nose in there and try to infiltrate the top 4. On the inside is Woody Pitcat, as Pitcat is breathing fire. Now he has a stutter step, and that enables Avery to move past him.
Well, all that's been happening. Inside lane starts to come to life. Here comes Jervis, Christopher, and Joey Cipriano also working their magic on the bottom lane.
And on the outside is Keith Rocco in car number 88, the point leader. He is in the middle of the pack right now in 11th place, trying to make a move down low. Woody Pitcat as he gangbusters his way underneath Hines. What a bold move by Woody Pitcat.
Christopher spins off turn number 4 to the bottom of the racetrack. Ted Christopher's back end of the race car just snapped around, and he spun to the inside 4 of 40. Laps are now complete as Ted...
The campaign in Iraq, and we really thank him for his duty. A retired Air Force man out of Weston Air Force Base, and it's guys like him that make America the greatest country in the world.
It is, and what a noble start that he gave with all that enthusiasm that makes us all proud to be Americans.
Yeah, I didn't know if those drivers were going to go fast or if they were going to salute when they went by. But once again, a big thank you for Colonel Bruce Finley, retired Air Force Colonel, and he did a great job getting the party started tonight for our SK Modified.
Let's see if the cream is going to rise to the top as they head off turn number 4. Foster trying to hold off Sorrell. In a side-by-side battle, Sean Foster. Sorrell has the advantage. Outside lane seems to have a little more giddy up now as Sorrell is the brand new leader, but look at Foster.
Foster fighting back on the inside, so Foster on a rampage, but the outside groove is better, and it belongs to Dan Avery right now as he is able to hurricane his way into second.
Here comes Matt Galco, making his presence known. Galco on the outside, now pulls it to the bottom, and all of a sudden, here comes Ryan Preece with Kid Rock, Keith Rocco.
And Rocco is on the outside groove that right now, Ben, looks like the groove of choice.
Single file, top 5. All of a sudden, side-by-side racing for third. And it's Preece on the outside of Galco. Ryan Preece.
And look who's right behind Preece. Keith Rocco trying to nip in his back bumper.
Sorrell still leads them back to the stripe. Another pack of 3 cars. And Dan Avery takes over the lead.
But a double file battle behind him, so he has to deal with Jeremy Sorrell, and he also has to worry about Matt Galco and Ryan Preece. Rocco is there. Any one of 5 cars are capable of moving into the lead.
Preece is long overdue for success here in 2015. Sorrell takes back the lead. Preece is up to second. Here comes Kid Rock, Keith Rocco. Outside is Racy. He touches Priest.
As Priest wandered up the track, was able to keep it off the wall.
Ryan Priest making his presence known in the outside lane. Rocco reels him in. Woody Pitcat is back up front.
And Pitcat, who made a bid for second about 5 laps ago, is now on the outside ahead of Sean Foster. And it is Matt Galco who emerges into second place. They blockbuster their way into the corner, and it is Galco trying to rid himself of Ryan Priest, but that is almost impossible to do.
Off the turn, the outside lane. The big dogs, the big guns. Up the hill, again, here comes Priest. Trying to get a nice run for it. Look at Rocco. He just reels in on the back bumper there as well. Little further back, Glenn Reen and Joey Cipriano got a side-by-side battle with 2 white cars at the bottom of the top 10.
And Ronnie Williams goes to the outside as he tries to waltz around both of them. He gets by Cipriano, and now he is on the attack against Glenn Reen. So Ronnie Williams looks like that car is cranked up. A big lead for Jeremy Sorrell, because while Avery and Priest are battling with each other, they have neglected the 77 car and Jeremy Sorrell.
Down the back straightaway. Priest starts to string it out just a bit. Meanwhile, Rocco is side by side in the 4th and the 5th spot. Nobody's giving an inch in that battle for second on back.
Yeah, it looks like Rocco has a fast car, but really nowhere to put it right now because Ryan Priest is in front of him in car number 6. And on the inside, there's Galco and Avery. So right now, Keith Rocco is kind of hemmed in the number 5 position. And lengthening his lead is Jeremy Sorrell. Who is Jeremy Sorrell? He never even drove an open-wheel car until last year, and he won the SK Light Championship.
Certainly does, and he is really setting a blistering pace out front. Fastest car on the racetrack, believe it or not, is Ronnie Williams, and Williams is back in the 11th spot. Long way to go. We've got a spin. Monsignor spins the 21 car off turn number 4.
And Monsignor Speed is in trouble, bringing out our second.
Is the SK Modifieds. Anybody who's seen it, you won't get an argument out of them.
And Justin Monsignor will join his comrades at the rear of the field, and Ted Christopher is back out in car number 13. It looks like we are ready to go back to work with the front row populated by Jeremy Sorrell and Ryan Priest. Ryan Priest, very potent and efficient on the outside. This could be a very interesting restart.
Certainly could be. Remember, Priest is exceptionally hungry for a victory in the SKs. Last year, he was a dominant car early in the season. They've had no luck at all. The green is back out, and Sorrell with that yellow rookie stripe on his back bumper. You wouldn't know it.
Boy,
and look at Galco. Galco moves into the 3rd spot. And now, here comes Priest. Outside and flying into turn 1.
Priest is committed now on the outside, trying to get by Sorrell, quarter of the way there, halfway there. But Sorrell hanging tough. 2 cars are Velcro together.
Meanwhile, side-by-side racing for the lead as they come off the turn. It's still Sorrell at the line.
Boy, Priest tried everything he knew how to do on the outside. It didn't work. And now Galco trying to stick his nostrils underneath Priest. So Galco has been a player for the entire race. He's going to work now, trying to submarine his way against Ryan Priest.
Half of the event is over when they cross the stripe. We've saved the second half for the best, they say. It is side-by-side racing. Up front, Priest back into second. Here comes Woody Pitcat to the outside. Keith Rocco, a little bit impatient there. He lets him know he's there as they come off turn number 4. Back to the line, and it's Woody Pitcat, short-lived to take over the 4th spot.
A consistent run for Glenn Reed, running in 7th. A good one for Sean Foster. He has not been in the top 10 too many times this year. And right now, Priest changing his line. He might go downstairs trying a crossover move against a 77 of Sorrell. It usually starts in turn number 2 and it ends in turn number 3. But right now, Sorrell has too big a lead for Priest to become a factor.
Keith Rocco is trying everything to make his presence known. He's working over, looking for an opportunity with the 2 cars in front of him. And Woody Pitkat opens the door rather abruptly in the outside lane, and Glenn Reed is back up front. Here comes Todd Owen. We haven't talked about him. He's emerged among the top 10 cars. Car number 81 is moving forward.
So a little love tap to the back bumper of the Woody Pitkat car by Rocco. It appears for the whole race that Keith Rocco just hasn't been able to find any racing room. Right now he is behind the combination of Avery and Pitkat.
Caution. Car number 00, Membrino, spins to the inside of the front straightaway.
16 laps to go.
Oh boy. Fastest car on the racetrack, believe it or not, is not the car running up front. It's the 10th place car with a 19.409, and that is Todd Owen. Here's the story to Matt Galco tonight. Woody Pitkat, I think he's got some of the evil out of that American sleeve-bearing car here tonight. Keith Rocco, Glenn Reen, and as we said before, Joey Cipriano and Todd Owen now is moving to the front of this class as well. This isn't over with. We've got 16 laps to go.
Getting started.
Yes, sir.
As Ryan Preece has done everything except siphon the gas out of Jeremy Sorrell's tank, has not found a solution. Sorrell was very smooth on the last restart. Let's see if he can repeat that performance.
Experience versus the young lion. Green is out, and it looks like the lion will roar, and Sorrell, the rookie, is doing just that.
And here comes Priest on the outside, getting a lift coming off of turn number 2. Almost even with Sorrell. As we have a dead heat at the front of the field, Sorrell whiplashes his way around the corner. Could he hold off Priest for one more lap? And the answer is yes.
Sorrell just doesn't want to give up. Mad scramble, front pack of cars. Ronnie Williams comes to a screeching halt in the center of turns 3 and 4. Williams did not get off to a good start in qualifying tonight, Matt.
No, he was at the rear of the pack for almost the entire race.
And why was that bad? Remember the handicap system. It didn't give him the luxury of starting in the front.
Matt Galco, who is currently running in 3rd, and the man who knows more about him is Connor Sullivan.
Well, the reports from Matt Galco right now say he's a little bit loose off the turns right now, so it's hurting his straightaway speed, but they feel like they got a car that can run up at the front. They had a 5th place finish last week, so look for them to go for the win in the late stages here. Let's go back upstairs.
Now, loose off, Ben, maybe you can translate that for us.
Loose off is not what you want to be, because unfortunately, these are momentum race cars, and you need to get the power to the racetrack to send you, to launch you coming off the turn. If a car is loose, the back is starting to come around. Right now, dead even at the line. Priest takes over the number 1 spot. Sorrell doesn't give up. And here comes Woody Pitkat. Pitkat with that 50 car creating magic in the outside lane. Galco is right there.
And Keith Rocco in 5th, and this is one of the few times tonight Rocco has some racing room. Let's see if he can take advantage of it. It looks like Matt Galco is trying to get the upper hand against Woody Pitkat. And Galco protecting 3rd, Pitkat a factor on the outside. And Pitkat, they are dead even heading into the 1st turn.
While they are dead even, there's the same type of battle going on for the 3rd and 4th spot. Galco is on the inside of Woody Pitkat. Rocco settling back into 5. He tries to follow Galco through. Galco sees a little daylight. Sorrell, they touch. Sorrell goes spinning to the inside of the racetrack. We've got a scramble. Off the turn, Ted Christopher emerges from the dust as Sorrell's car sits stranded to the inside of the racetrack. The highs and lows of modified racing. has just been showed to Jeremy Sorrell.
Finishes have been in the top 10 or better, and there's only 2 other drivers who have not finished outside the top 10 this year, and they are Keith Rocco and Joey Cipriano. Let's go to the infield for this report.
Well, down in the 77th pit for Jeremy Sorrell, no damage to the car. They just wanted to check to make sure that all 4 tires were up. There was no grass or debris inside the wheel wells, but some long faces here in the 77 pit for Jeremy Sorrell.
Well, you have to give credit where credit is due, Matt, and Sorrell did a masterful job holding off the best in the business, the SK Modified frontrunners. But let's see what's going to happen. Woody Pitcat to the outside of Ryan Preece like days of old. Galco and Keith Rocco, the Mr. Rooter car.
But Woody Pitcat was great in between turns 1 and 2. Look at that. He is able to jet stream his way into the lead.
It is Woody Pitcat out in front. Pitcat brings them back to the line. Side-by-side racing all the way back. Look at Todd Owen. Owen is up to the 6th spot and going to the outside. And look at Glenn Reed. And look at the challenge for the lead.
And here comes Rocco to the outside, but the yellow comes out.
2 cars wrecked in the back straightaway. One looks like the Membrino car. And then we're not sure what the other car underneath the Hoosier sign is.
Well, the Membrino car is able to move. And tone in his voice said he is very dejected tonight. As any night, Ted Christopher doesn't get movement. It's a long night. Woody Pitcat. The last time we were here last week, Woody the winner in the Valente Modified Racing Series event, but he did not finish the SK race. He is trying to do better than that tonight by getting a win, but he's going to have to go against Preece, Rocco, Galco, Reed, Avery, just an all-star team behind him.
Sure is, and then of course you've got Owen, Hennick, Cipriano, Burnt, and Jervis. They're in that next pack. Here they come. Reed is back out. Rumble to the bottom of turn 1. Preece has the advantage. Outside gets the bite. Look at Galco. He's pushing Preece down the back straightaway.
And Pitcat trying to recover to keep his second place status. Now Pitcat with a little room under Preece. But Preece is able to rabble-rouse his way in front. Crossover move by Galco.
Galco tries, gives it his all, has to settle back into second. Meanwhile, here comes Keith Rocco. Working over Woody Pitcat. That's for the 3rd spot, Matt.
And Rocco is trying to do it to the outside as they roar off the corner. It is Rocco taking 3rd away from Woody Pitcat.
Glenn Reed moves to the inside, almost sideways. Owen and Pennick, just as predicted, Pennick is coming to the dance now.
He almost got underneath Todd Owen. Owen goes around the 17 and Glenn Reed. So we have some activity back deep between Reed, Owen, Pennick, and at the front of the field, it's Ryan Preece. So Preece Lightning has to hold off a challenge now from Keith Rocco.
Meanwhile, Todd Owen just went around Glenn Reed. Here comes Rowan Pennick. Back to the front of the field. Back to the line they come. It is Preece, Rocco, and Galco.
Now Keith Rocco going to the outside of the 6 of Preece. He has momentum. They are dead even as they bullet their way into the 3rd corner. Here comes Kid Rock.
Kid Rock on the outside. They clash. They come together off turn number 4. But back to the line, it is Keith Rocco, the leader, by molecules out in front.
But Preece is able to get it back coming off turn number 2. Preece is in front. Keep an eye on Matt Galco. He is a wild card in this equation. Behind him is Pitcat as they thunder off the corner.
Trouble.
Ryan Preece.
We've got a spin. It is Tyler Hines' machine up in turns 3 and 4, stranded on the racetrack, and that brings out the yellow.
Wow, what action between Preece and Rocco. Preece had the lead, then Rocco had it, then Preece got it back.
Pitcat. Back to Preece, lap 34. It was Rocco, and then Preece on 35. 35 doesn't matter. 40 matters, Matt, as they double them back up.
And we told you the outside groove was good tonight, probably the best it's been all season. So that is where Ryan Priest has elected to go on a double file restart against Keith Rocco. So Priest goes outside, and that will tell you how what a piece of dynamite that outside groove is tonight.
Pace car dives to the inside. Lights are off. Place your bets now. The high-stake game of SK Racing is about to be put to the test. The final 5.
And now we know why Priest went to the outside as he gets the advantage, but here comes Rocco answering back loudly.
Rocco pulls it off, moves into the number 1 spot. Meanwhile, Galco is in a side-by-side battle for the 3rd and the 4th spot with Woody Pitcat, and there's Todd Owen. Owen up to position number 5.
And it looks like he is working over the back bumper of Pitcat. Now Avery comes underneath Owen. And Avery is on the verge of moving into 5th, but Owen would have allowed that to happen.
Glenn Reen is in that mix. So is Rowan Pennick. Back up front, leader is still Keith Rocco. 38 laps coming up on the board next time by.
And the bottom shot is a major weapon for Ryan Priest. Turn number 3 is when he tries to execute it, but he will wait. Rocco is still the ringleader of the parade. Galco, his best outing of the year in 3rd. We have a traffic jam in the fight for 6th with Owen holding off Reed, but we are down to the final 2 laps, and here comes Priest.
Priest isn't done yet. He works over Keith Rocco. Rocco strings it out at the point. This time, when they come off turn number 4, white flag is out. Final circuit. It's not over with yet.
And will Priest be close enough to make a move down under the 88? Here he comes. Turn number 2. Rocco still has the advantage, but Priest is not giving up.
Down into turn number 3. Rocco still the leader. Priest is reeling him in. They come off the turn, down to the line. Rocco guards the spot. It's Rocco to take down the win. Ryan Priest to finish in 2nd. Matt Galco to finish in the 3rd spot. Woody Pitcat for...
It was between Rocco and Priest, and Priest elected to go to the outside on that double file restart, and Rocco was able to get underneath him in a lap, and then was able to get the win, and Priest really didn't get close enough to try the bottom shot over the final lap. Boy, another masterpiece. And what about Matt Galco? Matty Ice finishes on the podium for the first time this year. And he was very optimistic at the start of the season with a new car, and this is the best he has done. So let's go to Napa Victory Lane and talk to our winner, Keith Rocco, with Connor Sullivan.
What a drive by Keith Rocco coming all the way from the back of the field. It's going to be the 2nd win of the season in the SK Modifieds as he climbs on out of the number 88 car. Keith, a big drive to the front and a monster battle with Ryan Priest. Take us through your night.
I think sometimes I just worry about too much about practice times. We ain't set fast time in practice, but when it comes time to drop the green, it's this Northeast race car's chassis is awesome. We raced right through the front. Better horsepower guys up front tonight, and Vinny Beadle, Mr. Rooter Plumbing, Steve Greer from Gunsmoke Stables, he's here tonight. What a great night for him to come on. I think I made his night. We might get a bonus for that one. Wheeler's Auto, Lighting Awnings, Magnus Transmissions, and my whole team, they're awesome.
That's Keith Rocco's 2nd win of the season in the SK Modifieds. Let's go to John Gates, who's with Ryan Priest.
Okay, a very crowded Napa Victory circle here. Hey, let's talk to our 2nd place finisher, the number 6 car, Ryan Priest. Ryan, you had him, then you lost it, you had it again, you lost it again, man. Good run, but 2nd place.
Yeah, we keep getting better and better. We had old tires on tonight, and whenever I lined up on the bottom, it seemed like I'd go backwards and lose 3 or 4 spots. So I did what I thought would work and restart on the outside, and it just didn't work out for us. We have a pretty strong car. I got to thank Mike Paquette with CD Chassis, Sunoco Race Fuels, FK Rod Ends, JG Pool and Drywall for this Pettit Power, Mitzi Construction, Glastonbury Auto Body, Hams Welding, Racing Electronics, Shaw Metal Communications, Napa of Canton Auto Supply, Gary Barnes, thank you very much, Napa, for everything you do here, and East West Marine, Sullivan and Sons, everybody else that supports me.
There he is, folks. Class Act with Ryan finishing in that 2nd spot tonight in our Stafford Modified SK feature event. Here we go, Matt Galco, 3rd spot. Matt, the number 3 car was rocking tonight.
Oh yeah, this is probably the best the car's been. I think we car. We're pretty close to Keith and Ryan. I've got to thank those guys for running an awesome race. First, I got to thank my dad and my grandfather, my whole family. We bought this car about a year ago, and it took us a year to put it together. And we couldn't be happier with it. I got to thank Brad LaFontaine from Northeast Race Cars, Tony from TA Engines, Magnus Racing Products. I got to thank Tech Circuits, Napa, Wallingford, Casino Auto Parts, Dutch's Restaurant. I got to thank the whole entire crew that comes out and helped me for the past 3 years. And we struggle, so it feels really good to finally get on the podium. I don't think I remember how to get to the podium. It's been that long, but I got to thank all the fans. I got to thank the military for everything they do. I'm just couldn't be happier.
There he is, folks. Matt Galko dicing it up with the big boys tonight, man. Good run in car number 3, and we're going to go back to the tower.